take the book, the print of the book, printed sheets, and place them in the clamp, obviously making sure that the spine is uppermost. Make sure they're nicely in position. Put an A4 sheet at the back. Later be folded over. We're taking time, making sure it's properly in. And clamp the clamp up. And then take some tape, sticky tape, fold the back sheet up over and stick it down out of the way. Then take bring it round, take a pencil and ruler, we're going to slot this, slot the edge. So put the ruler and mark off inches approximately. So approximately every inch we're going to have a slot. Seven slots in this case. Oh dear. 7 slots. Then draw the line about 2.5 mil down. It'll indicate how far to saw the slots in the spine. Now I'm going to saw the 7 slots across the spine. This will be to hold cotton thread embedded in glue, PVA glue, which will hopefully hold the spine together. It will be interwoven between slots. I'm going to stop the video in a minute and just make them a bit deeper. Takes a bit of time. About 2.5 mil deep they need to be. Now the next thing to do is to glue along the spine with fairly thick PVA. And what we've got to eventually do is make sure that the glue goes right into those slots, because they're going to have thread through them, as you'll see in a minute. You can use plenty of glue And you try and force it in between the pages as much as possible. I'm going to put extra where these slots are. Make sure it goes right deep into the slots. And then once the thread is in the slots, I'll put more on top, and the thread will be completely embedded in glue, and it'll be about 2.5 mm inside the pages. Can always add more on top afterwards. Right, now what I'm going to try and do, let's get plenty of thread. There's the thread. Got a fairly long end. Put it through there. Across that one. Very tight. Through that one. Through that one. And then when I come to the end, I'll turn around and go the other way. Right, now it's there. Which was tight. Turn it around. Go back. There's the two ends. What I'm going to do is going to go through back onto this one, number 2, and cut it off, and then try and get the other one, put it back through number 2. Like so. And tie them together. Pull them tight and snip them off. Right, that's the threading. It's a fiddly job. And then put extra glue on top, particularly in the slots. This is ordinary PVA glue. When this is finished, I'm going to fold the back sheet over, which will help to bind it, and then it'll have to be left to dry. Going to put extra glue along here, not the other side though, that can be done later. This will hold the backing sheet over, which I'll tape down until it dries. Alright, I'll snip this off. Fold that right over. Make sure it's nicely down. And put a bit more tape. And I'll keep it in place until it dries. After it's dried, I'll cut off along here approximately. I'll cut that off and I can fold that in and glue it. More glue, which I'll show that on the video. That's that bit done. After it's all dry, after the glue is all dry, and I've folded the tab over at the front, I get double-sided adhesive. Remember, this is the back of the book. Put it along the edge. It's a nice thin double-sided adhesive, and it's very sticky. And I've trimmed the edges. I'll get the scalpel. But remember which way up this is. Take the backing off the double-sided tape. It's a bit of a fiddle. So put the back cover on and stick it down hard. Turn it over. Now remember, this is the edge we cut off and glued down at the time of gluing. So once more double-sided along there. And cut off. Wrong way. I want to get it flush against the paper. Take the backing off again. Front cover, seeing that you've got the right hand edge nice and flush against the book, like that. Force it on hard, put lots of pressure. Turn it over and you can score along on the bend. I'll turn it around. You can see along there. And that'll fold up nicely. Score along that edge. Then what I do, I get the thickness of the tape like that, make a mark there for cutting off on this edge. Make a mark there, then get something to cut on, or put something under it to stop cutting into the put a bit of card on to stop it stop it cutting into the tablecloth. And cut that off. Then put some tape, fold that over so you can see the fold mark. Put some tape along here, along the middle of the spine bit section. Cut that off. Cut that off square. And this bit. Like that. Take the backing off again. Fold that up and get it firmly on. Then last thing of all, put some more tape across here. Push that on. Cut it off. Cut that off too. Slice that off. And that's the job done.